welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent. And if you do enjoy the videos, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. We've got a big show, lots of things to talk about, including Australia, which is really, really interesting what I found. And I'm pretty sure you're going to be pretty impressed with the things that we're going to be talking about today. But let's get right into it. The price is moving. I said it was going to be a couple of days, but I am very, very happy with what I see, and I'm excited to bring it to you. So on Crypto Potato, they talk about, key support levels being $1.10, $1.92, and key resistance being $1.25, $1.36, and $1.40. Bang on. Really, really solid advice there from them. And we've had that drop, we had that 18% drop from $1.36, which is a 1.618 Fibonacci extension retracement. Now, if you don't know what a Fib extension is, please research over the weekend. Quit watching Netflix and all that garbage and actually watch things that help you in the long run. But we are starting to move. And we knew that we had made a formation, we had tested it, and we knew that it was now going to be a rally going up. And we'll talk about that today. We'll talk about the indicators and everything that's going on out there to make sure that you are well equipped. The news yesterday of the SEC being under investigation for conflict of interest in the Ripple lawsuit, which is what I mentioned 2 nights ago. And then yesterday with the whole information thing going on that some data was erased, it has certainly brought up, the social media and news world on fire. So it is everywhere. So SEC officials under investigation for conflict of interest in Ripple lawsuit. If you don't know about that, if you're new, if say this morning somebody said, hey, you should look into XRP, please look into this, because this is going to be a very, very important part of what happens next in this particular lawsuit, which for me, all the signs are starting to point towards a settlement very, very quickly, very, very soon happening. I'm saying by middle of September. However, this is the courts and the court systems. And so while it's a speculation at the moment that I'm making just based on all the little things that I've researched, also we have to take into account that it could be a lot longer than that as well. But I just want to make sure and clarify with you all that for me personally, I think we're settling very, very, very soon, because all the signs are pointing that way. It's becoming an embarrassment for the SEC what is going on. Now, here's the news when it comes to Australia. Energyweb.org, right? So the XRP Ledger Foundation, Ripple, and they're about to announce an energy world's first decarbonized blockchain. So the Australian government, Ripple, and the XRP Ledger Foundation are going to be working together on this particular decarbonized blockchain. Now, I will be doing a lot more research on this to bring you as much as possible on this particular topic. But EnergyWeb, that is the mission, and that's what they're up to. Now, I have found some very, very interesting articles that talk about Ripple. So the RBA announced this, right, which is the Global Payments 2020 to 2030, a quantum shift in the next decade. Now, in this particular RBA document, if you go Control F and type in Ripple, you can see where Ripple is mentioned, which is on page 29. And they talk about it, and they discuss what it is and how it helps when it comes to utilizing cryptocurrencies for the future. Now, on top of that, when we look at the ACS Blockchain 2030, this is when it gets really, really interesting. So if we go here and type in Ripple, it is everywhere, right? So we talk about, it's spoken about on page 11. It is spoken about on page 16. Ripple and Stellar are spoken of during page 16. On page 28, we've got, again, Ripple being mentioned. And we look at over here the transactions per second across different blockchain systems and how fast can it go. And then we look at and we see it there. And then it goes on again to talk about relatively strong institutional adoption and collaboration. Either, let's have a look here. I'll just bring that to you. There we go, so you guys can see it. Relatively strong institutional adoption and collaboration, either between companies or public-private sector partnerships. For instance, Australian banks are working with distributed ledger startup Ripple. Okay. And the Australian government has partnered with IBM to develop blockchain solutions. So, like I said, I'll be keeping a big eye on this, and we will look to see what else is out there that we can find in regards to these particular topics. Now, it just goes to show though, and the main reason why I'm mentioning it early and I'm mentioning it today, is that the XRP ledger, the XRP blockchain, can be used for multiple things. It is not just about the banks. It is not just about instant liquidity. The XRP ledger has many functions, and I cannot wait to bring them to you as information like this pops up. Now, in other news, DeFi projects could come under the SEC's oversight, says Chairman Gensler. So Gary Gensler is really pushing for this, right? He wants DeFi projects to be under the SEC oversight. I'll keep you up to date with that and what that means. It's not very much XRP related, but it is related to crypto in general, and I will be bringing you the information as it comes across. I don't think this is a good idea, but hopefully it doesn't happen. Now, big news. Coinbase launches in Japan. Now, who and which cryptocurrency is massive in Japan right now? That's right, XRP. It is absolutely massive in Japan. And being that it is so big in Japan, what I'm sensing here is that Coinbase has launched in Japan, and now we're going to really start to see the speed up of having XRP back on Coinbase. It is just a matter of time. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. And I'm so excited to see this news come out. Now, when we look at the Interledger protocol and we look at the ecosystem, over the weekend, if you're new to XRP, please do your homework, right? Because this ecosystem is so big, it is so wide, it has so many options that I really want you to wrap your head around it. And the reason why I want you to wrap your head around it is because we're going to be seeing monumental price shifts happening. Then we're going to see a bear trap come through for a couple of months. And unless you know all this stuff, you will sell too early. And it's not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor, but I don't want you to be the guy who bought Bitcoin and then at $1,000 sold and thought he was a god, and then, well, the rest is history, right? And you see where Bitcoin is at today. So please do your research over the weekend. Let's jump into Atani. Let's have a look at some of the indicators. Okay, so as we begin to look at the charts tonight, I'm looking at the 1 hour right now. We can start to see the price move that has happened, and we are in 124. We were sitting at 120 for a little bit, and then back here we were sitting at 112, 113, and then out of nowhere it's just started to shoot up. So on the hourly, it is on MACD and RSI, it is sitting on very bullish. When we look at the 4 hour, we're almost outside the Bollinger Band again. And look at that, like the movement that has happened on the MACD is massive. The RSI is going almost back into overbought. I mean, we've got Bitcoin sitting at almost 47,000. It actually touched 47,000 for a little bit. Now, when we look at the 12 hour, again, we've had this price move happen. The MACD is about to go back into bullish, and the RSI is still sitting on overbought. But of course, we've had a price move, so it is normal for that to happen. But on the daily, we are sitting bullish. I told you that we were sitting bullish. I actually did presume that we would sit in that $1.10 window for a little bit longer than we did. But hey, am I glad that we've moved? Yeah, absolutely. I'm absolutely thrilled that we are moving. I'm super excited at the fact that it is starting to move. And I think, based on these numbers, I think we're going to see a very large, strong market move as we go into the weekend. And we can see the whole market is starting, we've got Cardano moving 15.76% today so far, Polygon at 12, VeChain 10% up already, and it was actually a little bit more before. It is just starting, this is what's really exciting about coming to you every day, that I can actually bring this stuff to you and actually explain what is going on. But the momentum shift has kicked off. The bull market is going to start running wild, and it's absolutely amazing what's happening. But let's have a look at some drawings. What can we expect? Okay, so as we begin to look at the charts and we're looking at this particular formation and what we got going on here, right? So we got a very nice key structure that has performed. Take profit 1 probably be $1.32, and take profit 2 probably be $1.49 if you're a short-term trader. So if you're in for some short-term gains, you might be a day trader. 132 and 149, and you know, great. So you know, great margins to be made if you are playing that short term phase. And this is where we're heading, right? I mean, we're going to 131st, and then we'll 130, you know, 132, and then the next stop after that is 149. Really, that's what we're looking for. But we've broken out of here, and we are well set. If we hadn't, then we would be, you know, traveling down to $1. We did touch $1.08 for a little bit, $1.07 even, but now we're well and truly on our way to $1.30 and beyond. Then we look at it from an analysis point of view about this kind of formation, because we've broken out, we've tested it 2 times, and now we're off. 330 is on our way. We're not going to go straight up, of course, you know, it's not going to be a straight journey, but we are heading towards 330 very quickly. Next stop 189, and then 220, and then off we go, and we are out of here into the distance. So for now, we're starting to make our journey towards $2. I'll be bringing you updates on what that looks like, how it's going to be. Once we break above 220 and test above 220, then we will talk about how we're getting to 330 and beyond, because we are going places that you and I, we probably don't even comprehend yet just how crazy this market is going to get for XRP, but I'm excited to be here tomorrow with you again. If you learned something new today, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. As always, thank you, and I look forward to see you on the next one.